Hey guys, it's Corey from Unified Masters. So, new way of creating while I'm in bed. I know, right? Anyway, um, something's coming through, and I want to share this. So, essentially, right now, everything is coming to the surface that needs to go. We've got old realities that are collapsing right in front of us. We see it. Well, if you turn on the news, you see it. If you're living in the new, you won't really see it in your reality. Old realities are crumbling away and everyone's stuff is coming to the surface. Our job as being the embodiers of New Earth, leaders of New Earth, the ambassadors, the visionaries, our job is to hold that reality, to hold that new reality in place everywhere we go. And I'm about to do a little co-creative video with Samantha about this, so we'll go deeper into this, but I wanted to share this. We need to hold that new wherever we go, okay? We don't play in that old crumbling process. When we play in that old crumbling process, what ends up happening is we end up breathing life into that. A lot of our job is being able to hold that new earth frequency within and allow that to crumble so people can rise up to it. That is how we hold space. That's how we hold this. We hold it through embodiment. We embodiment by carrying that with us wherever we go. I talked about the other day about the reality bubble and how we set up our reality bubble and then we carry it with us. Well, essentially, in another perspective, it is a frequency that we hold within and then we walk around with that. That is embodiment. Embodiment is walking, breathing, living, talking this entire experience. Compassion, love, heart-centered. That's what we do. As these old realities are crumbling down, we need to hold where we're at to allow those to rise up to us. This is a group effort. This is a collective effort. No single person in the New Earth role is allowed to necessarily go down there. And if you do, it's okay. Maybe you got some more stuff to work out down there. Maybe there's some things that need to get worked out. Okay. But we don't need to go into that old reality anymore. We don't need to feed into it. And, I even see this right now. And it's a little disappointing as we see these people that are extremely spiritual on social media that are sharing that, they're New Earth people. They're New Earth visionaries. And it's extremely upsetting to see that they are transmitting this frequency out into the collective of sharing things like people fighting in videos and laughing about it. And, I did talk about the silliness of this entire thing. And it really is, like, at the end of the day, it is silly. But we also have to be mindful of what we're transmitting as being New Earth visionaries, New Earth ambassadors, being those that are here to anchor this now. We have to be mindful of what we are putting out there. When we are putting out content, are we breathing life into that? Because if you are sharing heart-based compassion with the world and then you are out there sharing that discord, what are you putting out there? This is what embodiment is. In embodiment, we hold this frequency and we play it out every single moment of our lives. It's a full-time gig. It's a full-time gig. We are not allowed to go back into the old. We're not allowed to go unconscious. We always have to stay at the heart, and it takes practice. It takes practice. It's not an overnight thing. It is a process that we all have to go through. We've been training lifetimes to do this, and a lot of training in this life, and there's a lot of wonderful content out there of people that are transmitting beautiful light codes every single day that are giving us the opportunity to be able to breathe this in and learn how we hold that. And so right now we need to hold this more than ever so we can allow what needs to dissolve and recognize that this big wave of light that we are, all of us together, unified as one in the unified field of consciousness, us sharing this light wave through humanity is what is helping this crumbling process. Everyone's stuff that's coming to the surface is a result, yes, of this thing this fear program that's playing through, but it is a result of all the light that we hold. The light quotient is so much higher here on Earth right now that everyone's stuff that's coming to the surface is because of what we are shining. So we have to keep embodying that. We have to keep shining that. We have to hold that, because that is what is letting this go out. I see that Care Bears meme where we're all, have you seen the Care Bears where the Care Bears are shooting rainbows out of our hearts? That's what we need to do. And just envision that. We need to be shooting rainbows out of our hearts every single place that we go, and allowing that to ignite this stuff and let it go out. There's a really wonderful video that a wonderful creator that is a friend of mine, Paige, put out, where she talks about the reptilian mind. And I'm going to link it in the description box because it's a very interesting perspective on why this sphere exists. And I'm not going to talk about it and regurgitate it because she already did. So I'm just going to link her over there. Go check out that video. And it really talks about where this resides and what's going on, because it's very true. We are disconnecting from the old systems, which are heavily governed by the reptilian mind. Okay, and so from that, we have to live in the heart. We have to emit from the heart. We speak from the heart. We live from the heart. We breathe from the heart. We live at the heart. We can't go up here anymore. We're merging, and that into that point, we can start to live at the high heart and live at the higher mind consciousness. But for right now, dependent upon where you're at, embody and hold that frequency and carry it with you. Do not play into those old realities. If you do, it's okay. Maybe you got some more things to clear out. And there's always a learning lesson. We get thumped over the head. We go, oh, that hurt. Okay, I'm not going to go back there again. I've done it many times. I still consciously, every single moment now, have to be mindful of where I'm at. That is the presence. That is this now moment. This now moment is the overt awareness of where I am as far as the realities that I'm playing into. Systems of checks and balances. Accountability for our stuff. Where is my mind today? What am I putting out there? What am I sharing with the world? Am I emitting love and compassion? Heart-centered experience? Am I inviting in the new? The change that we want, okay, it's coming because we are that change. So we have to continue to be that change. If you want the change, be the change. And so we have to do that. We have to walk it. We have to live it. We have to breathe it. We have to soak in the change in our own way. And if you see someone else that is, and what I'm saying by someone else is someone that you would consider that's, anchoring this, someone that's a New Earth visionary, someone that's an ambassador, someone that's out there speaking their truth, someone that is really said, yes, I'm all in on being a volunteer for this. If you see them go unconscious, we have to hold them accountable by letting them know, hey, you went unconscious for a little bit. And it's okay. Let the temper tantrum occur. Let the mind do what it needs to do. It'll all settle and come back to the heart. And we don't do this from a space of, I need to fix you, or from a space of lack. We are doing this from a space of accountability for one another. There's no victims here. Okay, there's no more victimization. There's no more... We own our crap, okay? And we own our crap by also calling each other out on it from love-based, heart-centered creation, not from the ego war, competition, better than hierarchy. That's not. It's coming from a heart-centered experience. Hey, well, I noticed you just went unconscious. Let's bring it back to the heart. Let's stay there. This programming is unconscious programming. It occurs unconsciously. So when we start to dive into, we can easily, we're very sensitive creatures. We're sensitive beings. We take on, a lot of us are still learning how to not be the empathic sponge. It can be very easy to dive, to easily slide into an old reality stream when we go out in our day-to-day. We can't. We have to be mindful through the breath, through the presence, through the awareness. Notice if you start to shift. Oh, I'm playing into that. Nope, let's get out. Let's go into the heart. Back in the heart, back into the new earth, back into that frequency, back into the body. Let's do that. And let's stay there. So much love and respect to everyone out there. I will see you all on the other side. Namaste.